We up, straight up, stay up, jump down Sunday, you know, so we have Mr. Davis like house today. You see? Mr. Davis passed through today. You understand? I come highlight, I come do a little thing for the champion, you see? Make the whole world know what I want. That's what I say. Mr. Davis, today, at your house, made it today, at your house, Mr. Davis. You don't know Sir Jam down Sunday. Traditional, we have rice and peas and fried chicken. But we also have stuffed lobster. You understand? And we have a green banana mash infused with dry plantain. Okay? Mr. Davis there.
Well, I've been hearing about Chef Kitchen for quite some time, and I said to myself that there's no better way than to experience Chef Kitchen at a common location. And that's what Chef Kitchen is all about.
Green banana mash, okay, infused with plantain, alright, and your stuffed lobster, lightly on the jerk seasoning, and a coconut sauce, coconut jerk sauce. Alright?
I am not sure if I've been to any restaurant, home or abroad, that give this kind of present. I haven't even tasted it yet. But the presentation. Gentle people, Chef Kitchen is better than advertised. You have to see this and experience it for yourself. This is live, direct, up close and personal. But proof is in the pudding. State a name for the record.
Chef Rajuk Dinner, popular known as Chef Champion.
And I am Janet Jackson Dinner.
Then let's spell it.
Dinnall.
Alright, I'm gonna ask you, who you are?
I'm Sunny Jackson.
Sunny Jackson. S-A-N-I-Q-U-E. Oh, Sunny. Okay, this is good. Let me start with you. You currently work at Royal Caribbean?
I do. Yes, I do.
How many years have you been working?
This month I complete 18 years with Royal Caribbean.
18 years.
18 years.
When you started out, you started 18 years ago. Tell me the story. You're here in Jamaica.
Well, yes, I was here in Jamaica. I worked in the hotel industry for about 8.5 years. Yes, I worked sandals, super clubs, and I decided to leave Jamaica and gain some more experience by overseas tour. So there you go. Someone told me about the cruise ship, told me about Royal Caribbean, and how this position became available for us. Restaurant manager applied for it with all the training and everything, and I got through the position. So I am now a restaurant manager for Royal Caribbean.
Okay. So when you left here, which one of the Royal Caribbean ships you were attached to?
Well, my first ship was the Brilliance of the Seas, and that's a Radiance class. So the ships are known by classes, you know. So that's a Radiance class ship, and I started where I started out as an assistant waiter. I did 4 years on that ship.
That was 18 years ago.
That was 18 years ago, 2002 September. I left Jamaica, and that's where I landed on the Brilliance of the Seas. And then after that, after 4 years on that one, then I moved on to the Marriott of the Seas, where I spent just one contract I did on that ship. Then after that, I moved on to the Serenade of the Seas. I did another contract on there, which is actually 6 months. And then I moved on to the adventure of the seas and the journey of the seas. And my last ship before the pandemic started was the Oasis of the Seas, and that's one of our mega class
That's
ships.
an Oasis class ship.
Exactly,
Yeah.
that's an Oasis class ship. It's the largest in the fleet of the Royal Caribbean.
Okay. So your job title prior to the pandemic was a
Restaurant manager.
Restaurant manager.
Yeah.
What does that entail?
Well, that entails supervising numerous nationalities, like over 50 different nationalities of waiters, assistant waiters, and head waiters, who are the restaurant supervisors. And being such a large ship, we are like 2,400 crew members. Yeah, so our dining room staff, we're talking about over 500 people. You're talking about supervising. Yeah, making schedules for them, the hands-on supervision, and then you relaying that to who we call the maitre d' of the dining room.
Oh. Okay. Roderick, you say start over the grandma's kitchen. Tell us
Well,
about it.
Start far back now, because cooking has been my life. You know. Understand? I only do two things in my life. I don't play football and stuff. It's cooking and music. You understand? But cooking, we talk about the cooking now. We start off with my two grandmother, Sis, and grandmother put and then Lulu. Still alive. Sis passed away. You understand? And I can't forget my aunt, because she used to bake cake home and give me sugar and butter for rub out. But the wooden spoon, you know that already. I rub out the butter. My dad used to have a restaurant, Arbitrary Road, 39 Arbitrary Road, Gemini Tower restaurant. Understand? So, when school give holiday or on weekends, I will leave Portland, because I go to school in Portland. I will leave Portland and go to town, spend time with grandmother, and spend time with my dad in the restaurant. My dad don't cook, but you have to keep up people who cook. It's his restaurant, so.
How was it?
This was way back when Mr. Davis. I can't even tell you specific year right now, but you're jogging my brains very far. But this is when I was in the teens.
Okay, fair enough.
Right? Far back then. But while doing my thing and my dad see that I love the cooking, he said, no, you should go on ships. So first he said, so what do you want to do? And he buy me a car and you know, young youth and we went down the road. Each time he called me, I was in a different parish. He called me today, I was in that parish, in this parish, I just keep on driving down, saying, so what do you want to do? I took me sit down. I said, you know what, I think we should go to ships and expand your culinary, broadness. So, there it was, 2000. My dad said, you know what, after ships. So I left Jamaica at a pastry training with Giant Royal Guardian. Funny story I'm going to tell you. A pastry training, and I spent 2 weeks in Miami in the hotel because so much employee was going there at that time. And I think the storm was out. I forgot which one the storm was out and seas. So I got trapped in the hotel for 2 weeks, and then when I went down to the ship dock, they tell me that you don't have any space for cooks right now, or pastryman right now. So there and then, I stand there wondering what to do now. Pocket me up the money night. After I eat only hotel food, breakfast and dinner. What I'm going to do, I stand there with, I can't forget this gentleman named Carlton Jackson. And he was going as storekeeper. Store utility keeper. So then I saw this guy came out in Clyde from St. Vincent, and he said, if you want to come, I want a utility. I said, man,
Utility is another name for
utility is these guys who wash the pots and plates.
utility, that's a pretty name.
You understand?
That's a pretty name.
Yeah.
So when he say want for a utility, I thought I was going to peel carrot and potato.
Okay.
And you know, onions and stuff. But I go inside and they give me the uniform. My first evening, the way the pots, as tall as I am, I'm around 6'1".
They're higher than
You could not see me. Mr. Davis, you couldn't see me. They tell us straight in the bottom, you couldn't see me. You know? Over there and then, I have a little walk on. I put in my earphone up from the side of this side, saying, no, nah, give up. Wash pot and plate. From the pot wash the dish for one full contract. When I went back, carpet chef was coming on board. I said, okay, this is my time to shine. You know? And they have this thing in Galley Buffet. So one of the guy wanted, one of the line supervisors, they call him red scarf on the ship. They wanted somebody to help them. So I go and say, look man, I can do this now. So, you know.
So you moved from pot washing to...
I was still a pot washer.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to get the transition straight.
Yeah.
From pot washing to pastry.
No, I am a pastry man. I joined the company as that.
Yeah,
but there was no space for that. And they put me in the pot wash. So when I get the chance to go over into the culinary side to the galley, I moved from a pastry assistant to a roast cook. Hot galley.
Okay. What's a roast cook?
Hot galley.
Hot
The
galley.
roast station did all the meats.
Oh.
So we roast the chicken, the steak, then you understand? Grilled steak, roast chicken, beef, everything. We did all meats.
What year was this?
This was 2001.
Okay.
Right. And there and then I say, you know what, there's no turning back, and I'm not going to turn back. So I moved from a roast cook assistant to a red scarf. Red scarf on the ship, they say, at a station, we are red scarf. So I moved from blue scarf to red scarf. And then from red scarf to sous chef.
You were a sous chef?
Yes.
You were a sous chef?
I was a sous chef. I moved from being a blue scarf, which is a regular cook, regular line cook, to a red scarf. You're in charge of 3 or more people, up to 15 people. Then I moved from red scarf to a sous chef.
Oh, okay. Let me get this straight. What year was this now? You started out in 2000 as a pot washer.
2004 I was a sous chef.
Yeah. So you take a 4 years move from pot washing
Yes.
to sous chef.
Yes.
Okay. Before the pandemic, what was your title?
Executive chef.
Executive chef. What's an executive chef? Tell us what's an executive chef.
Executive chef is like head chef.
Head chef.
You're in charge of the whole culinary operation on board. So I moved from being a line supervisor and a station head, from a sous chef to an executive sous chef, from an executive sous chef to an executive chef, where you're solely in charge of the culinary operation on board, with FMD as your boss.
Right. Let's go back to Ms. Jackson for a second. So your responsibility now becomes huge.
Oh yeah.
So on any given day, what's the carrying capacity on the ship?
6,200.
Yeah. So your job entails how many persons you have to deal with on any given day?
Well, on any given day, I would meet like, I would say pretty much 200 or 200 staff. Yes, on a given day.
On a given day?
Yes, on a given day.
Okay.
It comes under my portfolio.
Your portfolio.
Yes.
And passengers for the entire ship?
Yes, passengers for the entire ship because that's where the passengers eat, in the main dining room. And that's where I'm in charge of the main dining
So
room.
you have to pay attention to details and all this kind of thing.
It's all about guest satisfaction.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part of the job.
Well, that's what the challenge is.
Yes, oh my goodness. It's a lot of challenges because we have the way people are working diets now and the dietary needs and meeting everybody's dietary needs is not easy. It's not usually easy.
It's a variety of stuff.
Exactly. So this is where we come in.
Yeah.
So we pretty much work together in terms of talking to the guests, finding out what they want, what are their needs, and passing it on to him.
You met on the ship?
We met on the ship.
You didn't know each other in Jamaica?
Didn't know each other. He's from Portland, I'm from St.
So is that typical Titanic story, except the sinking at Titanic?
Oh yeah. So
what was the traveling like? You were going to different countries, eh?
different countries all over. Been to Europe, all over. Did the Mediterranean, Europe, Israel, Egypt, all over with him. So it's a challenging job, but it's very interesting.
What year you guys met?
We met 13 years ago.
Wait, 13 years ago?
13 years ago.
Explain to me how you met. You're on the ship and you're running to it. What is it? What was that like? Explain to me. I'm sure we'll have different version. Let me hear your version first.
Well, as I told you that we pretty much work together because of course he works behind the scenes and then I work on the front of the house, you know. So we work together hand in hand, So we are the finished product. So I have to deal with him a lot in terms of, you know, getting things done and, you know, get things for the guests and so on. So it kind of brought us a little closer, you know. And then I realized that because not all the time you find people, even if they're from your own country, because we have over 50 different nationalities working with you. And not everybody is always willing to assist you. You know, when you need a little this and a little that, and you have the Caribbean guests coming to cruise, you know, the Black Americans who want to upscale gear that we worry about here, which is not on the menu. You understand? And you say, you need a little chef and a body in the kitchen, you know, you can't say, boy, you know, well, the things me know, because me have some guests out there now. We have some food people them out there, and they want yard food. You know, so that means you have a little main space in the kitchen.
So you were part of that? You could do that?
Yes.
With the ship's permission?
Yes, so with his boss permission, then you could do that, but have to go through here.
Because you see,
So basically you guys were ambassadors for Jamaica and the ship then?
Oh yes.
Because you have two Jamaicans?
Oh yes, yes.
So what are we doing to make Jamaica look good?
Making Jamaica look good. Yes, making Jamaica look good. So that's where we hit it off, and then we realized that we were kind of, you know.
Synergy was there.
Yeah, man, I was there, and then I said, you know, this guy's a nice guy, you know. A little bit rough sometimes, you know, one thing. And then I remember one day, you know, I broke the ice and I said, where are you from? I know I saw this thing that you were from Jamaica, but I wanted to know if you were from anywhere close to me, because I'm from St. Anne. That's where you're from. And he said, where you from? Where you come from? And then I said, I'm from St. Anne. And then he said he was from Portland. And I said, okay, nice. And then we started talking, and you know, and then sometimes we used to go for a little drink after work and so on. And then there you go.
And the rest is history.
And the rest is history.
8 years later.
18 years later.
What's your version of it?
well, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
That's you know. You always learn, right? Always learn, man. You never go against what the ladies say. But it's true. It's what you said is true. It's pretty much that. Right? That's how we met on the ships, Vision of the Seas. And I said before, I work a lot of ships also. Move around a lot more than ship. So yes, that's pretty much it.
That's why the country have been.
I've been to a lot of countries, you know. A lot. I've been to Egypt, I've been Jerusalem, Bethlehem. I sit down and touch Jesus' tomb.
Yeah, the Holy Land.
You know, to put a pause into it. When I was a youth, I would watch these things on TV and read about the Holy Land. And because of my job, I get to visit the Holy Land. You know, the Black Sea, everywhere. You know, I've been to all over America. Name it, I've been there. Okay, been to Alaska. You know, as far as Alaska. So, the cruise industry, tourism industry, the ship world, Royal Caribbean world, it allows you to travel the world while you work. You know, travel. And to make sure, drag back also, I get certified, my certification as in culinary while working in the company. The company paid for it.
So it gives you that opportunity to grow.
Exactly.
So right now, I'm a certified executive chef.
With American Culinary Federation.
Certified by ACF, American Culinary Federation. So my certification can be used right to the world.
So when you look back, everything that you have achieved in life, you have attributed to working on the industry.
Yes. I've been with the company, what, 20 years now? 20 years now?
You're 2 years ahead on Germany.
Yes.
I joined the company when I was 23.
What are you doing there?
Ladies don't like to say their age, right?
I joined the company when I was 23.
Right? The ladies like to think that the secret, that's their little secret, right?
Okay, fine. Ready for that.
Yeah. But my son, I have a son. My first son is 21. He's gonna be 21 in November. And yes, and my last daughter you see there, the one, she's 3.
The gangs are here from
So you guess. So you guess, okay?
Yeah, what I'm trying to get here, and there are a lot of Jamaicans who would have some similar story, yeah?
Yes, and I can tell you also, even in the same 2000, when I joined the company in 2000, they put me in a pot wash. A lot of Jamaicans in that contract, I worked 8 months, well, my contract was 8 months, or 9 months in that contract. And I saw a lot of Jamaicans quit and go home.
Quit and go home.
Quit and go home, but I said, you know what, I'm not going to quit.
But those who have stayed the course would have some good stories to tell.
Of course, you know, this can show you that, look where I started, at a pot washer.
Yeah.
I know I'm executive chef. I supervise on the smallest ship 225, 250 cooks.
Wow.
On the bigger ship, 275 cooks in my galley. You understand? I have on the bigger ships, my last ship was Navigator of the Seas. I have 5 executive sous chefs and 6 sous chefs.
So clearly this comes with a lot of responsibility.
Yes.
Because if anything goes wrong,
Oh yeah.
I have
whoever
to,
in charge, the buck stops there.
I have to deal with.
What can work hours like?
Well, we do a minimum 10-hour shipping up per day. Sometimes over, all depends on, you know, the demand, you know. So, but we don't get a day off per se, but we do get a break, you know, shift, you know.
When you know,
7 days a week.
7 days a week.
Yeah, so 7 days a week. Yep.
Okay,
Also,
7 days a week.
yeah. But we do get our little breaks.
Yeah.
So when you get a little break time, then you decide what you want to do with it. Either you want to go in port to see the ports, or you want to go and take your rest. And then cruising for so long, and then if you have seen that port already, then of course you have the opportunity to take a rest, and then you can take your rest because you've seen those ports already. If you understand what I mean, you know?
So, I mean, when I say it comes with a lot of responsibility, that's an understatement because
Oh yeah,
7 days a week,
7 days a week.
very little time for social life.
Yes.
But
On the clock, alarm
but
clock.
this is a job.
This
It is a job.
This
It
is
is
the
a job.
job. Yeah. So it molds you into a very responsible individual.
Yes.
Yeah. So you and you know how to manage time.
Yeah,
Your time management is very, you know,
very important.
very important.
It comes a lot.
Yeah.
Just for instance, my under my belt, food costs. Food costs one of the biggest aspect of the ship, except fuel. Only fuel is bigger than food costs.
So you also have to manage portion and manage.
Exactly.
I have to manage the cost.
Yeah.
Cost.
I have to manage. I have to ensure sanitation is at the highest level. I have to ensure that food safety is at the highest level. You know, I have to ensure I supervise my supervisor, the sous chefs and executive sous chefs, to ensure that they consistently managing their team.
A ship is like a hotel on the sea,
Oh
right?
yeah.
So you would have different restaurants.
Different restaurants, yeah.
And you would have some formal restaurants where.
Oh, yeah.
So you man those too?
Well, for the specialty restaurants,
Yeah.
you have other people for those. So it's not because I'm not the only person.
Yeah.
So we'll have like about, it all depends on the class of ship or the capacity of the ship. Then that tells you the demand of the restaurant managers that you need. You know, so in the main dining room, you have like 3 of us in the main dining room because those dining rooms have like 3 floors.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they're full,
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course.
yeah, yeah.
And then the specialty restaurants, then you have one person for each of those specialty restaurants.
So you have to provide for the staff and
Yes.
the same thing?
Yes. Well, the staff, we do have just like you have in a hotel, like a
Yeah.
lunchroom.
Okay.
So we call it the mess,
Yeah.
the crew mess. So it is this belongs to him as well.
Yeah.
So he has to provide food. So he has to have another set of staff, another good food cook for the crew. You understand what I mean?
What we do is, I'm totally in charge of all the restaurants. So we're in Chi have our own restaurant. I'm in charge of all the restaurants. So I have to walk my restaurants every single day. For example, I have a Windjammer which is on the pool deck, the Johnny Rockets. We have the Doghouse, I have Chops, I have Giovanni, I have the Pizza, a Playmaker, I have Sorrento's, and then I have my 3 main restaurants, main dining room, 3 levels. I have the crew galley also, and other shifts I have more. That's what was just my last shift. For each of these restaurants, I break my team down in brigades. So I have sous chefs and executive sous chefs who are in charge of each restaurant. And then they have their line cooks that they are in charge of. So when I walk a restaurant and something is wrong, I call my sous chef and I tell the sous chef. I say, look, this is not up to standard. This cannot leave the galley.
When you left Jamaica, did you envision any of this? Did you see this happening? When you look at yourself from where you started off to where you are today, even when you're, and everybody's very ambitious. But when you think about it, you saw this coming?
Well, to be honest with you, I see myself from a very young age that I'm a hardworking person and I'm a go-getter. I always want to have my own. I said one day I'm going to have this, I'm going to own my own home, I'm going to drive my own car. I just like to have my own. And I'm not one of those lucky girls who get hand-downs or get things, but I'm from a poor family. Father, mother, poor family, so we basically have to go get it yourself, if you understand what I mean. So I started working at a young age. At 18 years old, I started working. And when I finished high school, parents don't have any money to send me to college or any further, so I went to work. So that's how I started working, and I got a job in the hotel industry when I was like about 20. And then from there, and then after that, then I worked for about 8.5 years, and I told them, then I went to the ships. When I started out with the ship, when I went for the interview, they told me that they didn't have anything in the dining room for me, because that's where I have my experience in the hotel industry. And they said they only have something in the kitchen. So, like an assistant cook. I don't like the kitchen. I cook because I have to cook. I have a family, I have to cook. Even though my husband is a chef, when he's almost done that, he likes to when I cook. Because he cooks so much at work. So he likes when I cook, he sees and he enjoys, which is good. And they told me they only have an assistant cook in the kitchen for me. And that's when I went for the interview things done. And I was like, oh my God. I said, the kitchen? I don't think so. But anyway, I went through the interview and I told the interviewer, you know what? I was called for an interview for assistant cook. I can anyway, but I'm not really interested in that position. But you have something in the dining room for me, because that's where my strength lies. Anyway, she said, okay, let me interview you and we'll see what happens. And she interviewed me on, my experience and everything. And then I got the job. I was lucky, and I got the job in the dining room as assistant waiter. So didn't envision anything at all like this, because I said to myself, well, I heard it's hard work on the ships. I don't know if I like it. If I don't like it, then I'll come back home. Finish maybe one contract and come back home. Here I am today, 18 years, and I can safely say that I've enjoyed it. And it was 18 good years.
No regrets.
No regrets at all.
I have to do it all over again.
If I had to do it all over again, I would do it all over again. Yes?
Well, if I envision this, I always want to be a head chef.
You always believe that?
Since I start cooking, even at home, I always go and visit. Not so much when I'm in Portland, but when I'm in town with sis. I always try to make presentation and play. And sis, my grandma name, sis, she passed and gone. Understand? So even at Portland, when I'm in Portland, I'm there. On weekends, I cook. I cook. If you know I cook, I grate a coconut, make coconut oil for my grandmother. And she sell coconut oil. You understand? She's still alive, no. So from there and then, I always say I want to be a head chef. So when I join Royal Caribbean and I see the aspect and the structure there, and when I get a chance to go in the hot galley, because remember I told you I joined as a pastry trainee. So when I go in the hot galley, they call it the hot galley where you cook food. When I get a chance to go there, I say, you know what, I'm not gonna stop. So almost every contract, if not every contract, I change position. My salary increase.
So both of you, prior to going on the ship, you realized that what you wanted to do wasn't available at the time. But you said to yourself, if you get the opportunity, then
they're going to make use of it anyway. So that's what we did.
Yes. You realize they both have similar story.
Yes.
But it's true.
Yeah.
You cannot. I don't see how you're gonna get the opportunity to do good and better yourself and quick.
You
But
just
it's
have
not-
to be brave and go with, you know, go with faith and say, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this.
Quitting was never in my book. My dad, he's still up and strong. He can tell you, he tell me every day. He said, listen to me, a real man don't quit. You see things through and work hard.
Then both of you know, you had one eye out there and one eye in Jamaica.
Oh yeah.
Because you knew you wanted to come back. Tell me about it.
Of course, we wanted to because of course it's a hard work in terms of physical duties. You have to do a lot of physical. Because as I told you when I started out, I started as an assistant waiter, and that means you have to carry trays on your shoulder. You're a waitress, you know what I mean? So I used to carry like 16 and 18 main courses on this one here. When I come home after the first contract, they said you were in the gym. Because it's called your muscles very tight. You know, because of all these trays that you carry and stuff. So I mean, you wanted to do that, but how long are you gonna do it for? If you understand what I'm saying, you know? So there's gonna be a cut-off point. So it's like we're always thinking of coming back home, investing what you earn there back home, you know, doing something back home. So and also something for retirement as well, because of course we're getting older. But then again, every contract, you do a 6 months contract, and after every contract you said, maybe this is going to be the last, let's do something else, and then you keep going back. You know what I mean? You keep going back, and then here we are. And then we went.
managed to build this beautiful home.
We managed to build this beautiful home, thanks God. You know, and it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy for us because yes, we had a lot of struggle. And when we started this building here, there was nothing here, absolutely nothing. We put this out from the ground. There was only rocks over here and trees. You know, so when we started this building, we also started a little business in Oterios, and that was like 6-7 years ago when we started.
One Coco.
Yes, one Coco. We started a supermarket in Oterios, and we said let's try something and see how that works, and then maybe one of us can stay home, and then the other go for a while, and then you know eventually then we'll stay home and run. That didn't work out too well. You know, I mean, overheads was a little bit too much for us and stuff. So we went back to the drawing board. And while we were doing that, and for a young business, and plus building the structure, that can you imagine the struggles that we went through? But through it all, we came through. You know, it was.
But I must add to it also, because I have to say thanks for the support for one and Coco. And I remember you used to come inside and shop also. Right? And at the same time we're building. But the business itself, one and Coco, is also a big sponsor, not sponsor, a big support to the building you're sitting on right now also.
It was the motivator for us to do
because
this.
when I look at it, the competition was too stiff at the time, and the overhead was too big. But at the same time, I have to give thanks for the supporters who support one and Coco, and that helped us also to build this home that we're sitting in right now. Alright? So I have to give thanks to that also.
How do you look at tourism overall in general? Do you think people appreciate tourism the way they should appreciate it? Being Jamaica's #1 earner, because you guys, you know, you're overseas, through remittances and through everything you earn there, come back home.
Of course, yes.
And there's a trickle-down benefit to it too, because what if, I mean, you come back home, you spend your money with the contract, you spend your money with whatever. So people earn from
A lot.
You think we appreciate it the way we should?
Honestly, I don't think we do, because perfect example, because for people who work in the tourism industry, which is the major earner of foreign exchange, there should be more benefits for us, you know. And for us who are working overseas, we're considered as self-employed. You understand what I'm saying? Because we work overseas. However, what we earn overseas, as you clearly said, comes back here. So we invest it back home in Jamaica.
Getting back to on tourism also. Since I've been home, because it depends on pandemic, it forced everybody to be home. You get to go around also and in the guidelines, of course, and you see. And for example, you out there working for the foreigners, myself as an ambassador for culinary for Jamaica. And I'm out here making sure that when you come to cruise, you get the best oxtail and the best jerk chicken. Understand? And the best of any food. At times I have vegetarian guests who come. I have to make sure that I give you the best food, the flavors of the island of Jamaica. And I come home, when I come home, at times eat at some, I said some restaurant. It make me wonder if I'm in Jamaica. It make me really wonder if I'm in Jamaica.
You got married on the trip?
No, we got married in Jamaica. Everything done in Jamaica. All our planning and everything was done on board by us.
So when you went back, as man, husband and wife,
Yes.
everybody should know on the boss.
They knew us before, they knew we had something going on, and of course they knew us as a couple. They didn't know we were married before. They didn't know we were not married. And then we finally got married in 2012, August 2012. We got off the ship on vacation, and 2 weeks after we got married. Yeah, so it's 8 years now. That's it.
Two Jamaicans who left Jamaica.
We did an engagement party on the ship.
On the ship, right.
Left Jamaica, open for the best, went overseas and you have excelled. Ambassadors for this country. And you're back home now. Still doing your thing.
Yes, as you can see, as I said, Chef Champion Kitchen, and this is to show and to mentor the young Jamaican cooks them that they should stop water down the food, stop take shortcut, cook the food properly, make sure you maintain the flavors and the taste of the food, you know. And you know, as I said, you can always go on YouTube and check out Chef Champion Kitchen and see what's going on.
And the party just done.
And then because we've been in the tourist industry and the service industry for such a long time, we become more critique.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So when they go out, you expect to get what you deliver. Usually it's not the same. It's not the same.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, we are very happy
Yes.
to always be ambassadors and making people happy. We have people who come cruising time after time and asking for us. We've made friends. We're on Facebook with a lot of guests who come cruising, and because of how we treated them, they never forget us, and we become friends.
Our country look good.
And your country look good.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. You're most welcome.
Anytime, Mr. Davis.
Nice having you, by the way.
Okay.
Mr. Garwin. Hope you do it again.
Yes.
Understand this COVID
Safe
time
travel,
now.
take time for the road, huh?
Okay, it's a pleasure.
It's COVID time now, so we'll meet again sometime.
I hope to see a Chef Champion Kitchen soon again, yes. Alright. You know what we said,